Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Sympathy Kiss, continuing Nori's route, and we're now friends with Kaede. Cool, good for us. See? We had a nice little conversation with her. She doesn't know Nori either. And we did actually confirm that night where he held it, we boned, but the game just kind of glossed right over that. Listen, all I'm saying is they better give us some sexy times later that do what the other routes do, where they make it a little more obvious. Because that went, am I the only one? Like, I don't know. By the time you guys see this, I'm going to forget, and you guys are going to be like, nope, totally went over my head too. And I'm going to be like, I remember what we were talking about. Also, I don't know, sometimes when things go up, I'm like, what route are we in? I don't know. That's what happened, I would say, when you're super far ahead. I'm not super far ahead. We're lucky if we're, like, maintaining, like, 2 weeks at this point. So if we were doing every day, we'd be scrounging to stay a week ahead. Like, it'd be very difficult. I don't know. But anyway, and now we're eating he made us flan. He made us dessert. So, like, we definitely special. And even Kaede said that. She was like, you're special because he's never fucked me. So we don't know if he is really a man whore. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just, does their laundry and shit. But he also refused to cook for her. So, I mean, we know we're special. Come on. We're not dumb. But he still won't open up and tell us anything. So that's going to be the main thing. We're going to find out his tragic past and it'll be crazy. Anyway, we polished off the flan while chatting away. I smiled at how much Tanaka was beaming. He genuinely loved to cook and have others enjoy his food. Oh, now we look sad. Oh, right, we got a new outfit for him because, it's summer. But when I mentioned that, his smile faded. I panicked for a moment, wondering if I had said something wrong, but since I'd broken the ice now, I went on and asked again if he'd help me in my competition proposal, if my competition proposal won. You're right. I love cooking. And seeing someone else enjoy my food makes me happy. There was a brief silence before Tanaka muttered softly. But that's only for you, Spacey. I want to make something good for you because I like you, Spacey. But doing it for others or as a job just doesn't feel right for me. Spacey, why are you so set on me doing this? Can't things just stay as they are? You're like, yeah, I can't fully commit myself and fall in love with someone who hides everything from me. It's one thing if he doesn't want to cook for other people. That's fine. That's a boundary, and we tried to push it a little bit, but we want to know why. And if he's like, it's because trauma. Okay, cool. We won't push that boundary anymore. But the thing is you're not being honest with us, and you can't have a real relationship if you won't be honest. Like, there's going to be some things that's hard to talk about, and you're like, look, this part of my past is hard to talk about, but I want to get there eventually, and you understand that. But he's not even willing to go there and say that. So, can't things stay the way they are? No. Like, things have to progress eventually. You can't stay stationary in life forever, His voice was tinged with frustration, and I could feel him pulling away. I tried my best to tell him how I felt. But those compliments were about that party, right? Yeah, but like I said, that went well because Usui was there. You're going to be asking a professional to supervise this anyway, right? And what's the point of me being in it? I pressed him to tell me why he was so opposed to the idea. When I did, Tanaka looked away, his face clouded with sadness. Because I'm scared. See, we're getting somewhere. That's all you had to say. And if you don't want to talk about what you're scared about, you just tell us. I can't tell you. I don't want to talk about it yet. Just as long as we know you're going to talk about it eventually, I love cooking. The thought of others eating what I make terrifies me. I wasn't an expert, but it was obvious Tanaka's talent was special. But again, we heard in his dream, it's like having other people eat what you make terrifies you. I feel like because somebody told you your cooking was awful and made you feel that way, so it kind of makes you anxious to, have people eat your cooking because of whatever bad reaction they had. And I don't think it was, oh my God, oh, they had an allergic reaction because you didn't know they were allergic to an ingredient. It's because they were berating you and being a dick. What happened in the past that made him so afraid of others tasting his creations? I just wanted people to enjoy my food, to tell me it was good, and to share laughs. But I couldn't make that happen. And I can't go through that again. It wasn't loud, but it was the first time I heard Tainaka raise his voice at all. His gaze was intense, and his eyes were filled with pain. If I cook just for you, I won't hurt anyone or make them cry. Why can't we just leave it at that? Tanaka didn't want to face his past. He wanted to remain in his comfort zone, cooking only for me in our small apartment. I mean, understandable. You can't run away from your past forever, but he's not ready to face his past is totally valid. Okay. And he wants to stay in his again, there's not really anything wrong with staying inside your comfort zone. Like, he's at least done something. Like, before he wouldn't cook for anyone. Now he's cooking for us. He actually cooked at that party. He's gone slightly outside of his comfort zone, but he's like a baby deer on wobbly legs. You gotta, like, again, you can't just pretend nothing ever happened and we can't stay like this forever with the, you're not telling me about your past, you're not opening up to me, and we're just on this superficial, like, level where people are like, so what's he like? What's his family like or the past? I don't know. He's not going to tell me. He's pretending he has amnesia and I'm just accepting it. You can't stay like that. But him not wanting to put himself out there and cook for other people, like, if that's a hard line for him, I mean, you can't. We can eventually get him there. He's not going to do it now. I mean, I feel like he will, because of this is the game. But you know what I mean? Like, that's part of the healing process. But I mean, maybe that's what he meant by can't we stay like this? Like, I just cook for you and that's it. That's fine. But it's the overshadowing, it's the whole, can we just stay like this where I just sleep on your couch and like we don't talk about the fact that we had sex and like you're special but we don't talk about it and we just have this superficial, like, very shallow kind of whatever this is? No. Like, that we can't do, But if you need time to be able to deal with your trauma before you can open up and tell me what happened, okay, I understand that. But you got to be willing to maybe talk to me about it, at some point. But that wouldn't solve any of what plagued him, and I wanted him to know how much power he had to bring joy to others through cooking. I don't care about that. I'm saying that this is all I need. I don't want more. I won't do it. You're just forcing what you want on me, Spacey. Oh, look, he's so pissed. I faltered at that. I wanted to learn more about him, but was only pressuring him into helping me in ways he'd already said he didn't want to. True. I'm sorry, but can we just drop this for now? Tanaka stood up and went to leave. If you don't know, isn't that more of a reason for you to talk it out? I know what I'm saying might sound cliche, but the crucial thing is what you decide to do now. I could never be a safe place, but part of me really wants him to find a home, a place where he can always belong. I know this might sound selfish, but it would mean a lot if you could be that person for him. I feel like Katie's voice changes every single time we talk about her, when we or her, but whatever. I remembered Oe and Chihara's words. I wanted Tainaka to face his trauma, whether or not the competition was involved. And I was willing to do whatever it took. I raced after Tainaka and grabbed his arm. I told him how I truly felt, what I was trying to do, and his eyes went wide. Really? You'd do anything for me? I said yes, and he turned back to face me. Anything but drop it, apparently. I mean, neither one of us is really wrong. We're both wrong and we're both a little right. Like, I can see where she's coming from. She wants to try to help him pass this, but he won't open up about it. But in his perspective, he's very afraid of this, doesn't want to open up about it, isn't ready to face it, and she's just forcing what she wants on him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can see both sides. Both sides are valid. Then sleep with me. I let go of his arm and frowned. It was so unexpected. I didn't know what to say. Didn't we already do that? But, also, I feel like this is a very weird way to ask me to have sex with you. Seems very manipulative. Unless you mean, like, let you sleep in my bed instead of on the couch. I'm kidding. Sorry, I don't know what got into me. Remember when I clung to you before, Spacey? I was pathetic. The worst. No, we like it when you're a little pathetic. I don't know. It's part of your charm, I think. After saying that, Tainaka smiled sadly. I knew this was a crucial moment. After some thought, I said, sure on one condition. I'm sorry. Let me do it another way. I would be like, didn't we already? I'm like, I'm pretty sure I already did that, and you're just refusing to talk to me about it unless you forgot. Sleep sexer. You know what I mean? Maybe we should bring up that we already did. I don't really know what the answer is here, because I'm very like, sure on one condition. I don't, I mean, we've already had sex with him. I think she likes him, so I don't think it's like, it feels a little weird for him to phrase that and be like, let's fuck then. And she's like, okay. Call this bluff and see what happens. But like, the whole scenario just seems a little awkward. I'm like, all right, I don't know. I don't know what the answer here is. Let me do it another way. Hmm. Didn't we say that to Saltame too when it was like, tell me you love me or whatever? You're like, let me do it at a different, like, you know, didn't we say like the same thing? He was like, tell me how much you like me. And we're like, maybe I should, this is awkward. Work answer. Another way. I hugged him before he could finish speaking. What are you doing? Is this payback? Because I'm always hugging you. Stiff at first, Tanaka slowly relaxed his posture and wrapped his arms around me. Yeah, let's stick with this. You're so warm it calms me down. Sorry about earlier. I guess I said some messed up stuff, huh? Like, what I find adorable is he snapped a little, like, you're just pushing what you want on me, and then now he's like, I'm sorry. Instantaneously, it's like, you're not wrong. Like, for being, like, we were kind of pushing you into a corner to try to get you to open up. Like, whatever. But, like, you're not wrong for having that reaction when you're scared. You know what I mean? It's like a scared animal biting you. You're scratching at you or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to apologize for that. But the fact that, like, you apologize so instantaneously, I mean, it's nice if you apologize. Like, look, I'm sorry. Like, if I felt pushed into a corner and so I snapped or whatever. Cool, yeah. But the fact that he's just, it's not like it took a day or two for him. It's like a few minutes later. I don't know. There's something about that that's just nice, you know? He's like, God, I just overreacted a few minutes ago. Like, yes, in control of your emotions. Aside from the fear, but like, you know, who can control that shit, you know? I shook my head and Tanaka crumpled further with relief as he buried his face at my shoulder. Thanks for not giving up on me. Well, we wouldn't love you if we gave up on you so easily. I guess you don't know that we love you. I'm not sure she knows that she loves you, but we do. Somehow, I felt like I was able to prevent us from drifting further apart. Even if I didn't fix anything tonight, I felt safe that he wouldn't disappear. I'm very sorry. You know what? We were coming up here waiting for I don't think, did we give you a potty break before we started recording? I don't know if we did. You're getting a little fidgety, and I can't remember if we did. I had to come upstairs, and while I was waiting for my computer and everything to connect to the capture card, and, well, my capture, when I was waiting for it to, recording software, computer, thing, capture card, all that stuff, connect. I did my laundry. I was like, let me put away my laundry or whatever. I don't know. Did I give you, and then I thought we were going to sit down, and I don't remember if I gave you a potty break or not. I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, we should give the birdies a potty break. Did we give you one? Did you not have to go? If you don't have to go, that's fine. I'm just making sure. Because I can't remember, and I don't want you pooping on me. You're good? You're okay? Yeah? Okay. All right. Okay. I worry about you, buddy. I don't want to make you hold it if you have to go. I guess we did, and I just forgot it. Because I know it was in my head, like, oh, I should make sure he has a break before we sit down because it's been like 10, 15 minutes. You know what I mean? And and then I just realized as he's getting a little like fidgety and running all over the place, I'm like, shit. Do you have to go to the bathroom? It's very soon in. Okay, are you okay? He's a good boy. There's birdies chirping in here. You can't hear them because I have my headphones on. But anyway, thank you for your patience and holding. Dawn dissipated the tension of last night. Tanaka saw me off at the door like he usually did. Hey, so can we talk when you get back tonight? I spent the whole night thinking about what I should do. And I think I want to tell you a bit about my past. Oh my god, he's opening up. Look, that's all we wanted. Yeah, you guessed it. The whole amnesia thing was a lie. I'm sorry. Yeah, we know, but Tanaka avoided my gaze, his hand rubbing his neck. I thought you might not let me stay if I told you the truth. If I told you I had amnesia, I figured you wouldn't ask questions. Which we didn't, even though we knew you were full of shit. I know it wasn't fair. I took advantage of your kindness. I'm really, really sorry. Tanaka bowed deeply after saying that. I mean, I guess you could say something about the fact that, like, we're starting our relationship on a series of lies. But we knew he wasn't telling us the truth about amnesia, and it was like, I'm just helping out this weirdo. You didn't think you were going to fall in love with him. You know what I mean? So, and he's willing to tell us the truth now. It's not like he's still running with it, where you're like, you're full of fucking shit. You're like, you have a messed up past that you just don't want to talk about, so fair enough. So, I told him I'd always suspected that was the case, and that it didn't bother me anymore. Thank you. See you later, Spacey. Have a great day. I'll be here waiting for you. You better fucking be, because I get afraid every time we leave that I'm going to come home and my fucking my pupperdoodle's going to have run away. I almost called him a labradoodle, but my skittish stray pupperdoodles is going to be gone. Seriously, the game makes me worried about this. As I walked to my department, I noticed coworkers casting sidelong glances at me. The whole office's atmosphere felt uneasy. At first, I worried I made some kind of mistake. Oh, Spacey! Come here for a second! Owie rushed over to me, looking nervous. This is interesting. What's happening? Before I could ask her what was going on, she grabbed my arm and led me out to the hallway. Did you notice how people were acting around the office? I had a feeling you would. Things are getting kind of weird right now. Oh, there's a rumor going around that you're keeping some shady guy at home. Okay, why in the world is whatever I do at home anybody's motherfucking business at work? Second of all, I have a guy at my house. Who the fuck is telling them that? The woman from Evergreen. Oh, Chihara or something? Some other employee saw you get into an argument with her. Oh. So the argument I had with Chihara at the bar someone saw. And someone else saw you and some guy shopping together at the supermarket. Again, is it any of their fucking business who I shop with? I'm sorry, this is like office harassment. This is workplace harassment. Seriously. Yeah, like, it's one thing to be like, I saw her arguing at the bar with someone, but like, now there's just rumors, like, what the First of all, I'm outside of work and I'm arguing with some woman at the bar. It's none of your motherfucking business. And then I'm shopping with some guy. It's none of your motherfucking business. Like, I understand if you're oh, blah, blah, blah. It's basically, oh, you know what? I saw her with some guy. I didn't know she was seeing anybody. Oh, I didn't know it was either, whatever, if you know her, whatever. But it's not, oh my God, well, I heard, blah, blah. Like, what the fuck? Do you people not have work to do? Do your motherfucking jobs. This is seriously like when corporate has the like, well, we have to check how often and exactly what time, and everybody swipes in the badge and goes and leaves the office, and you're leaving a little too early, or you're not in 3 days a week. Do you not have work to do that you can track people like this? Is that really the most important thing? Micromanaging and being Nazis like this? Because like, I think you should probably take on some of the work that us little peons are doing if you have so much motherfucking time on your hands that you can be doing this kind of bullshit. I know it's all automated, but somebody had to build this thing and somebody had to think about this and there was a whole fucking project going ahead doing this. What a waste of motherfucking resources, psychos. But you think your employees think you trust them or feel like happy or content knowing that we live in this kind of police state? What the fuck? Do better. Find something better to do with your time. These motherfuckers obviously need more work to do if they can do nothing but gossip about some random fucking bitch shopping with some guy. The fuck? Here's the drama that makes me mad. It makes me mad because it's so fucking stupid. Seriously. This is not, oh my god, Beto making my life hell and she's a psycho or whatever and like, oh, now our relationship is on the rocks. Like, this is, really? These people have nothing better to do with their time? The fuck? I rubbed my temples as I understood why people had been staring. But what could I do? Flick them off. Tanaka and I had agreed to talk later that day, meaning I had more important things to think about. What happened? I summarized what little I had found out the previous night about Tanaka's past trauma. I see. I don't know all the details, but he must have gone through a lot. Spacey, you still want to help Tanaka overcome that traumatic past, right? Oe looked at me intently as I nodded. I wanted Tanaka to regain his confidence and learn there was a place he could thrive. Yeah, I totally get it. It'd be a shame if only a few people got to taste his cooking. But now I don't think you can solve this just by talking. I wish there was some opportunity to help him. Oe and I were discussing potential solutions when someone called out to us. Good morning. What's with this secret meeting in the hallway? Talking about you, butt out. AB conversation. See your way out of it, Minato. Oh, morning. Sorry. Were we in the way? Not exactly, but if you want to talk, why not go inside? Because we're talking about you and we don't want you to overhear. Jesus. Well, it's secret girl talk, you know? Sorry. I'm sorry. You were sitting so positioned perfectly and were letting me pet you and there was a giant pin feather and I wanted to help get it out. I'm very sorry. What? As Oe tried to play it cool to Minato, Saltame and Director Kobase arrived. Now we're having a secret team meeting in the hall. Morning! What are you all loitering in the hallway for? Just some friendly chit-chat, right, Spacey? My eyebrows shot up and my voice cracked as I agreed. Then Saltame and I locked eyes. I heard the rumors. Something about you keeping a man at home? Leave it to the fucking labradoodle. He has no filter. Once Saltame brought up the rumor, Oe and I both froze. Director Kobase and Minato just stared wide-eyed at me. So what's the deal? Who is he? I tried to think of a way to change the subject, but I stuttered over a million thoughts tumbling in my brain. None of your business? None your business. None ya business. None your business. It's fucking simple as that. Ain't none of your motherfucking business. Seeing me stumble, Oe jumped in. It's not your motherfucking business, so shut your goddamn mouth. She didn't say that, but I'm just saying, why does no one ever resort to that? It's just a rumor. The guy's just a young relative visiting her, right? Yeah, sure, a relative. Oh wait, have you met him? Well, kind of. Oh wait, hesitated before her expression suddenly brightened. Everyone knows him. Huh? Everyone? Including us? See, that was stupid, Oe. You're like, he's a relative, and then later when we're boning, they're gonna be like, what kind of weird shit are you into? So, she'd be like, that's just a rumor and it's none of your business. Yes, he helped out during the party. The party? Of the person you brought in to cook? At this point, I was only looking at Oe, waiting for her to answer. She nodded feverishly to the director. They're all like, something's up. This girl's not answering for a second. A second cousin. Why didn't you say so earlier? Again, it's none of your business who the fuck is staying at my house, even if it's a man. Why is this anyone's business? Do we live in the 1500s? What decade, what century is this? None your business. He was super hectic back then, and she didn't get a chance to mention it. Also, again, Owe does not know we had sex with him, but Owe knows that we kind of have a relationship going and we kind of like him or whatever, so calling him my second cousin just makes this really weird. At least call him my brother. So it's then kinky and wrong and inappropriate and sexy and hot and like, or stepbrother or something. But my second cousin? Shh, whatever. That just makes it odd. But seriously, then we're going to have to re-explain the explanation instead of just being like, none of your business. Owe continued to back me up, and Director Kobase finally seemed convinced. Also, again! What is it? None of your business. Well, makes sense. Didn't believe the rumors much anyway. To my surprise, Owe managed to play it off. We sighed in unison, relieved. Again, I'm not sure why, no is a complete fucking sentence, and none your business is a valid fucking answer. I don't know. Hey, Amasawa. As we returned to our desk, Director Kobase stopped me. He's like, I know that's bullshit, but... About that party, there was some talk about payment, but it was left unresolved. Since he's your relative, it should be easy to sort out. Can you ask for his bank account info? After I agreed, Saltame leaned over from behind Director Kobase. You know how we all... Well, how we all... Oh, wow. I cannot read this sentence. I was like, how we all... I'm like, oh my god. My brain did not want to process this properly. I do not know what happened. Holy shit. Let me just reboot for a minute. Oh my god. How about we all go out to dinner? We can thank him personally then. We could just leave a bit early from the office today. Well, that's a good idea. But it's too sudden to set it up for today. Good for fucking boss babe backing me up. I'm sure everyone has their own plans. How about Friday this week or next? Well, I'm down whenever, but let's do it soon. Everything was progressing so fast from our white lie. I tugged at my sleeve. Speedsy, this is your chance. You can drag him out here somehow and get everyone to tell him how much they enjoyed his cooking. Maybe Oe was right. If Tanaka got the chance to hear what others had to say firsthand, it could build up his self-esteem. Amasawa, could you ask your second cousin about his schedule? Of course, I won't force it, but I'd like to thank him in person. This was a golden opportunity. I resolved to bring Tanaka to meet everyone and let the director know I'd try. Thanks. I'm counting on you. You're always counting on me, but it's okay. Put the weight of all your worlds on my shoulders. I'll take them. I love you. Can't wait. Say hi to Tanaka for me. With that, everyone returned to their desks. Welcome home. You in the mood for dinner, or do you want to chat first? When Tanaka welcomed me back, he was acting more reserved than usual. He even seemed kind of mature. I was anxious about what he wanted to say all day, so I asked that we talk first. All right, this might take some time. Let me make us some tea. As we settled onto the sofa and the tea cooled, Tanaka finally seemed ready to talk. First, can you take a look at this? He pulled out a well-worn notebook. It was filled with tags on various pages, and the cover said Mom and Dad's recipes in cute handwriting. So he has adorable handwriting, and I told you his parents were chefs. Tanaka slowly flipped through the pages for me, and I saw many recipes, each with their own heartwarming illustrations. There were notes in the margins like, this made Nori like spinach, or Nori's fave. Oh, okay, wait. So... maybe his mom was writing this in there? Like... This is the recipe book my parents left me. Oh my god, are they dead? My parents loved cooking, and we always cooked and ate together. Okay, so I mean the whole thing with parents cooking is... So are your parents dead and then someone else was mean to you about cooking? And like, it makes you feel weird because it was something you did with your parents and then you just like feel like you're shaming them somehow or something? I figured your parents were the ones berating you, but it seems maybe that's not the case. I don't know, let's see. We'd laugh and talk about how amazing the food tasted. Those are my favorite times. That's why I dreamt of making people happy with my cooking, too. Check out this picture of my mom and dad. Aren't they awesome? He pulled out a photo tucked between the pages. Tanaka with his parents, all smiling. They looked so happy. I was 7 when they died. I got sent to an orphanage after that. Oh, dear God! That's even worse than your parents are assholes. Your parents were wholesome and wonderful and sweet, and then they died. Oh! Oh, and cooking with them is like the thing you had, and then someone berated your cooking. And oh, stop it! Oh, you were just a sad, sad little puppernoodles. Oh, stop. I placed my hand over his, and he relaxed into a bittersweet smile. Yeah, I was lonely and sad, but those happy memories with my parents kept me going. After high school, I went to a culinary school for 2 years. I wanted to chase my dream of making people happy with my food. At first, I loved the chance to learn how to cook properly. But then Tainaka's face fell. But after I won an award, things got rough at the school. See, so his cooking at school was really good. Did other kids bully you? It was a big deal in the cooking world and pretty unheard of for a student to win. People started messing with me. They'd hide my stuff or make me clean up for everyone. But that wasn't the worst part. So, you're so amazing that you got a fucking award that students don't get. Other students were dicks, so you don't want to cook anymore? Sweetie. I mean, I get it. Being bullied really fucking sucks, but there is a point where you have to realize that those kids are twats and you will have fun being able to torture them in hell. But like you gotta attempt to move on. Sometimes it's hard, I get it, but what really hurt was when they said my food was gross or trash. Oh, sweetie, they were lying to you because they're jealous of you. Oh, you're adorable and a little stupid. His most cherished memories were sitting with his family, laughing together as they enjoyed home cooked meals. Again, you won an award. I mean, I get it. They're saying all this stuff, and it's like it's reflecting back the memories with his family. That's the most important thing. And then it's like he's, you know what I mean? I can't with the words, but you get what I'm saying. Like I have these wholesome memories, and then these kids are saying, "Oh, your cooking's awful" and whatever, and then you're just like, "Oh my god!" And it's kind of tarnishing your memories with your family, and you just want to hang on to those. But like, you won an award for how exemplary your cooking and everything is. Something should tell you in your mind that these kids are full of fucking shit. But I think losing your parents, and then we were always cooking together and we were in complimenting cooking, and he just really wanted this so desperately to kind of keep a part of them alive that anybody saying, "Oh, this is fucking awful," is so much worse for your self-esteem, and it's like ruining like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, "Oh, I just really want to make people happy with my cooking," and then you know how to take in like constructive criticism. But this isn't constructive criticism. This is awful, and they're hitting you at your weak point, which is you're just so desperate to make people happy with your cooking to reclaim a part of your past and keep your parents alive and those memories tight and, whatever, that insulting those memories and everything is dragging them down and bringing all the pain associated with it back. But it's like, oh, you can't let those fuckers win. You're better than them. You won an award. You're better than them. Oh, his dream was to give those happy emotions to others. For people to tell him that the food he made, the food built from those memories, wasn't good enough, was too cruel, basically. I felt anger bubbling up inside me just imagining it. He's just a sad little thing, isn't he? Oh, he's a little pathetic. I love it. I managed to get through those 2 years at culinary school and then worked at a French restaurant. I have no idea. That's a French word. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, whatever that was there. A chef in French cuisine responsible for preparing hot appetizers, soups, vegetables, pasta, and starches. I have never even seen that word in my life. And I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not even going to try. It's definitely French, and Lord knows. Anyway. It's a chef that's mainly in charge of appetizers and things. Anyway,
They thought I was good and gave me a lot of responsibility, even though I was new. But even there, people were jealous and gave me a hard time. They'd say my food sucked and that I didn't deserve my job. Every day, it was the same thing.
Oh my God, and then you got into a professional environment and dealt with that. What is with everybody trying to beat my dogs and keep them down? Because, like, he was dealing with the jealousy at work, and our Labradoodle dealt with that in his route. Work jealousy, and we're going to spread rumors and shit to try to beat you down because I'm jealous that you're better than me. And now, like, Pupperdoodle's dealing with it. Like, what the fuck? Why everybody got to beat down our doggies?
At first, I tried to ignore it. But after a while, I started to lose confidence in my cooking and even lost my sense of taste.
Trauma response. Okay.
It was brought on by stress, and when I got to that point, I couldn't work at the restaurant anymore.
Tanaka's past left me speechless. He had suffered immensely due to his talent.
When you talked to me about the competition, you mentioned the menu and cooking would be supervised by a professional. Among the chefs you mentioned from your list, some of them bullied me in the past. That's why I got angry with you. It brought back those memories. I'm sorry.
I mean, I kind of suspected that, but I was like, is one of his parents on the list? His dad was a... But it's not. Your parents are sweet and wholesome and wonderful and died, so ouch. That makes it so much worse. But basically what I suspected with somebody on that list, you know. But instead of it being your parents, it was just a bunch of people. Damn. Suddenly, his reaction made sense to me. After those experiences, he probably didn't want anything to do with those people.
Ever since I left the restaurant, I've been drifting from one place to another, staying away from the culinary world. But then, I met you. Hey, remember when you ate that cheese risotto I made?
I couldn't forget it. It was the first time I tasted Tainaka's cooking.
You told me it was delicious and then fed me a spoonful, remember? When I ate it, my sense of taste that had been hazy for so long suddenly became clear.
Oh my God, and we fixed his sense of taste. I feel like that was like a very dramatic and instantaneous fixing, so it seems a little bullshit. But I'm gonna go with it because it's adorable. You're like, okay, sure. The magic of love.
Your smile when you said it was delicious. It felt like you saved me.
Back then he smiled as if he was holding back tears. Now that I knew his past, I understood what was behind that mysterious smile of his. Also holding back tears because, like, you know, I can kind of taste, but you can't really. Like, didn't I say earlier, like, do you have no sense of taste? You can't tell how good your food is? Yes. The answer was yes the whole time. Okay. But, like, to be able to be like, I can't really, you know, I guess it tastes fine, but you really don't have a sense of taste much. Like he said, it's hazy. And then we tell him it's delicious, and then he tastes, and he can actually really taste it for the first. Of course, he's going to get a little emotional and cry, you know? So that's sweet. A little ridiculous, but still sweet, and I'm here for it.
That's why, if I'm cooking just for you, it doesn't hurt. I find joy in cooking again. And it's hard for me to go beyond that. That's all I can say for now.
He opened up to me about the emotional pain he carried. I felt that this was a huge step for us. Knowing the depth of his pain, I didn't want to push him. I decided not to persuade him to join the competition. Instead, I mentioned that everyone wanted to thank him for the party.
Thank me? For that party? Right. I just left without saying anything, didn't I? I'm okay with meeting them, but are you sure? How are you going to explain our relationship?
You're my cousin! He's like, oh. And you're like, well... I told him about the fib OA came up with, and Tainaka's jaw dropped. He's like, second cousin shouldn't be doing the shit that we did the other night, so you admit it! We still haven't talked about that.
Wait a second. Wait. Second cousin. You and me, Spacey. What the heck?
Tainaka couldn't contain himself and burst into laughter.
All right, I'll play along as your second cousin. So if we're cousins... All right, shouldn't we talk more like relatives? I'm not super sure, but relatives don't usually call each other by their last names, right? You didn't want to before, but how about now?
I was gonna say, because, like, she keeps calling him, I've been thinking in my head the whole part, like, was she ever gonna switch and call him Nori? Because, like, we've had sex now, and, like, you're kind of in love with him. You haven't really admitted it, but I feel like we're definitely past the awkward barely know you phase. We had a similar conversation back when this cohabitation first started.
You can just call me Nori. I'll call you by your first name, too. Still Tainaka. Just Nori is fine, though.
He wants us to be friendlier. I mean, we definitely got friendlier. I thought we were closer now, and I actually did want to call him by his first name. Feeling a bit shy, I whispered it out. Oh, look at him blushing! I love it when they blush.
Wow. Just hearing you say my name feels amazing.
Simmer down, pupperdoodles. Second cousins don't do this kind of shit. Well, okay, whatever. But can we pretend that you're my brother instead? I'll make it better. Just kidding.
It feels good when you call me that. Say it more, Spacey.
Make me. No, I really want him to make me. But don't make me read it. The blush on his smiling cheeks made my own face flare with heat.
Only when it's necessary. Stingy. But I guess that'll do. We're totally like second cousins now.
I wasn't sure if using first names made us more convincing as relatives, but Nori seemed happy, so I didn't say anything. Nori had opened up by sharing his past. Even though the wounds on his heart were still fresh, he bared them to me. Though we still faced challenges, each part of him he shared became precious to me. Aww. The days went by, and the weekend finally arrived. Oh, good, I want to get to the party where everybody meets him. While we were watching TV in the early afternoon, Nori spoke up.
By the way, I've been curious about something. Is that a game console?
Nori pointed at the game console I kept tucked under the TV stand. I had bought it when I was still in school. I used to play with my friends in our free time. Once I started working, I had less time for games. It was basically another piece of furniture at this point. I'm sorry. Once I started working, I had less time for games? The fuck do you keep your sanity in check? I'm working. I have more time for games. I guess less time in the sense of, like, I spend more time working than I ever did at school, but, like, you still have free time after work. What do? Come home, go to bed? What do you sleep? 15 hours a day? That sounds fun, too, though. Oh. But if I took a nap right now, I wouldn't be able to sleep when the time came. I know that. But seriously? No time for game? What do you do on your lunch break? Oh, you don't work from home. But even still, what do you do when you log off for the day? You just stare? What do you do for fun? You don't play Otome game? God, crazy. You don't watch other people play Otome games? I mean, I understand not having the budget for a fuck ton of games, because there's a lot of games, and that's a lot of money. But that's what I'm here for, guys. You come here and watch the games, and, maybe you start watching them, and you're like, this game seems interesting. I think I am going to go buy this. And then you go buy it. Yay! And then you come back when you're done and watch my reactions, right? Or maybe it's a game that you're like, I had to choose between two, and I chose A, but I'm playing B, and you can watch B and still experience it. Yay! You know? But, seriously. Besides, I always tell you, come here, check them out. I don't always tell you this, but I reiterate it quite often. If it looks like a fun game, go buy it, go play it, and then come back and watch it. Because, Because the more games that get purchased, the more we get them localized, and we want to keep this train rolling. We want to have a backlog. I want to be like, oh my god, guys, we got 82 games in the backlog. We are never going to get through this. I'm going to die before we get there. That's what we want. That's the dream. It was the reality for a while, but I really do feel like so many haven't come out lately. What is happening this summer? The summer feels very dead. Maybe it's just because a lot of the games coming out are Voltage or P-Cube, and we can't really play those. So, maybe that's what, it's just there's so many games, but we can't play half of them. You know what I mean? But it also feels like, have there been any games that are new releases lately? Like in the last few, we keep having this conversation and I keep feeling like, did I miss some? All of a sudden it's like, look at all these games coming out, and then, yeah, but they're all like, I guess they all released in the spring or they're all coming in the fall, but like summer feels like really dead for any of the games that we knew were being localized coming out. You know what I mean? Huh. Anyway. It's just having less time for games just because you're working just seems stupid to me. Make time, goddammit.
Then let's play with that today. Do you have anything that's multiplayer?
I took out the stack of games I had and Nori began looking through them.
You have a lot. Let's see, which one should we play? We should play one where we can play against each other and the loser has to do what the winner says. How about it?
I felt wary about having to do whatever he conjured up, but it was just a friendly game. I decided to accept his challenge. I thought we were going to go to the outing with everybody, but also this is good because I want to know what you're going to come up with when I lose.
Nice! I can't wait. Sorry, I'm not saying that you're already going to lose, Spacey. Which game should we play? Hey, I know this one. Let's play this.
Nori showed me a racing game I like because of the cute characters that drove the go-karts who were playing Mario Kart. Got it.
This looks perfect for our competition. Are you good at racing games, Spacey?
I like flipping Bugattis when I played Forza. I do miss that. I should dust off my Xbox. It really needs to be dusted. It used to be blue. It's now white. It really needs to be dusted. I don't even know if it's plugged in. I think I unplugged it because it used to turn itself on to try to update, and I was like, please don't. Like, I'll deal with it if I ever turn you back on. But, you know. But the Forza racing game was fun. Racing around, I had fun with it, and then sometimes the cars do not go around tracks like that, and it was like, you just flip them, and you're like, well, shit, that's kind of funny. Being asked that, happy or sad? I feel like she's going to say happy because it's a game she really used to like to play, so. No, she's not good. Oh, okay. Are you faking him out? I shook my head as I sighed. I had played it a lot, but I always lost. Nori saw my reaction, then forced a smile.
So not that great. But it's been a while since I played a racing game, so it'll be fair.
As I booted up the console, Nori sat behind me instead of next to me. He was basically hugging me from behind, my embarrassment rising by the second.
You prefer that I sit next to you? No, I get to be closer to you this way. Come on, you have to pick your character.
Nori dismissed my suggestion and turned back to the screen. His radiating warmth on my back, his breath on my neck, his arms around me. It was impossible to concentrate on the game. I think he's doing it on purpose, and I'll allow it. I don't mind losing him. Oh, we get a CG of it. It's extremely awkward, though, because you can really see her eyelessness. But it's still, he looks adorably happy, though. But, her missing eyes are kind of, normally, it's like the way they do her bangs. It's not as noticeable. It's, seriously noticeable. But he's adorable.
Which character should I pick? Hey, Spacey, who do you usually use? Oh, that's a popular one. I feel like whenever you get a group together, someone always chooses that character. Then I'll pick this one. Don't you think those big eyes are cute?
Yeah, that's why we ended up taking you home with us and why you're still here. He picked a character that had bug eyes and honestly looked a bit creepy. I didn't find the character cute, but if he liked it, I wasn't going to question it.
Can we set the course to random? It'll be more exciting that way.
I nodded and the race began. Nori was surprisingly skilled. He maneuvered through sharp turns and obstacles with ease. He's so overjoyed, it's adorable.
Spacey, your whole body is turning to the side when you get to a corner. They are so cute.
Because he said stuff like that, I became self-conscious, which in turn made me lose my concentration.
Come on, we're on the last lap. You better try harder.
By the end of the first match, I was completely worn out. And of course, I lost. I hope he makes us kiss him.
Hooray! I won! All right, Spacey, now you have to do what I say. What should you do? Tickling doesn't work on you. Oh! How about a kiss on the cheek?
I really wanted him to be like, I want a kiss. Good God, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Before waiting for my answer, Nori turned and tapped his cheek with one finger.
Come on, hurry! You agreed to this and you lost. Go on!
We've never actually kissed him. Well, I mean, yes. Well, we had sex, but like God knows what. But I don't think we've had like, I don't think. No, he did kiss us at one point, didn't he? Yes, when we were zonked out. Our first kiss was when we were kind of zonked out on cold medicine because we were sick. And then our first time having sex, he was like half asleep and we haven't talked about it. Wow. Our whole relationship is really covert. Especially because everybody thinks we're cousins. I did lose the bet fair and square, so I had no choice but to follow through. Now he's gonna be like, we're gonna go to give him a kiss on the cheek and he's gonna like fake us out at the last second. I pushed away my shyness and stepped forward to touch Nori's cheek with my lips. Huh. When Nori made a confused gasp, I hurriedly let him go and stepped away. Look at him blushing, it's adorable. Nori looked at me in shock, rubbing where my lips had touched. I started to grimace, embarrassed by what I had done. I looked away, but then Nori jumped on me with a hug. It's like, jumped on you? I don't know, like, I mean, I get it, it's the first time, but it's like, he already kissed you when you were unconscious. Well, not really, we were aware of it, but like, you know, he already kissed you while you were sleeping, and you've already slept with the man, so like, it's kind of funny that you're like, oh my God, this is awkward, me kissing him on the cheek. Again, we haven't talked about these two instances, and he's all super blushy about it. Sir, you know what you did to me like a couple weeks ago, right?
Aw, you're too cute. I didn't think you'd actually do it. I'm so happy.
In the end, I stayed in Nori's arms for a while as he fawned over me. I mean, I don't think there's a problem with this. I would love that.
All right, then let's go for round 2. Or should I bring some snacks first? Okay, hold on. We'll have an all-night gaming session.
We battled in heated competition for the next 2 hours.
You lost more of the matches after all, Spacey. I gotta make you do so many things. I feel like I got the better end of the deal.
I almost never was able to beat Nori and ended up being on the receiving end of his crazy demands. Most of them were Nori doing things rather than me, though.
It was so much fun to see your cute reactions, Spacey. Let's play again sometime.
And then he's winking at us. Uh-huh. Nori chuckled as I swore to myself that I'd pick a game where I would have the advantage next time. We got a schedule figured out and held a party with Nori and the Astarsi team the following week.
I'm Spacey's second cousin, Nori Tainaka. Thank you so much for inviting me here today.
Like, I didn't think we'd get that. And this. Wow, look at that. No, thank you. Sorry for making you come out here so suddenly. It's been 2 weeks. I'd like to thank you properly for your help. Well, okay, probably a week and a half. Because, like, when we were talking about, we should go out tonight, and then he's like, either Friday or next week. I'm assuming now it's the next Friday. So it could have been Monday when, you know, Saltame said that it could have been Wednesday. Whatever, you know? Cool, but too formal. Tonight's about having fun. Lord of Finger Food, we finally meet. Saltame interrupted Director Kobase and put his arm around Nori's shoulder. Oh, my Labradoodle is taking care of my pupperdoodles. Sweet.
Lord of anything is too much.
No need to be so modest. You really saved our skin back there. Nori was able to adapt quickly despite Saltame's massive lack of awareness when it came to personal space. Again, Labradoodles are like this. Come on. Director Kobase approached them and pulled Saltame by the collar like an owner with an overly friendly dog. That's because they're both okay. The game knows what it's doing. Get off him, Saltame. Oh, wait. Once the director freed Nori, he continued what he was saying before. Formalities are part of the job. You helped us greatly during that party, and so I'd like to thank you for it.
I didn't do much. I don't know if my cooking was really good enough for that important client of yours.
Come on, what are you saying? They loved it because it was so good. The people at Sympathy were chowing down, right, Co? Why are you making me answer? But it really was delicious. The presentation was great, too.
Huh? Really?
I remember everyone was taking pictures.
You were short on time and ingredients, but still put so much care into the visuals. It was amazing. I'm very flattered by all your compliments.
Was I seeing things, or were Nori's ears turning red? No, he's super blushing and it's adorable. I couldn't help but smile as I watched him become bashful. I'm sure he understood that everyone was complimenting his cooking from the bottom of their hearts.
Because that party was such a great success, our relationship with Tempesty is still on such good terms. I'd like to compensate you properly, so please give me your contact information. Hey, we can save that stuff for later. Just do that through Amasawa. You thanked him and fulfilled your side of the responsibility, so let's just enjoy the party.
With that signal from Sao Tome, a relaxing party began in earnest.
So, where's your hometown, Tainaka? Are you here for sightseeing? You still a student?
My hometown's pretty far out in the countryside. I'm here for... Well, I took advantage of a long break to come here. I don't have any friends here, so I'm hanging out with Spacey while I'm on break.
So are you in culinary school or something?
That question made my stomach turn, and as I expected, Nori looked uneasy.
Well, yeah, kinda. Well, that school didn't quite suit me, so I ended up not attending as much as I should have.
So you're more of a free spirit. What motivated you to go to school in the first place?
I'm not sure.
It's okay to follow your own path. Your cooking skills are exceptional, even if you don't follow some strict curriculum. I might not be an expert in culinary arts, but to me, you possess a natural gift.
A natural gift?
I've seen super tasters on TV. Tainaka, is that like you? What's that? It's when people have an acute sense of taste and can identify ingredients just by trying a dish. Exactly that.
I'm not certain. But I can usually tell what the main flavors are. I've managed to copy dishes I liked at restaurants and things like that.
So you really have a knack for it, Tainaka.
Meanwhile, Oe and I were exchanging nervous glances as the conversation continued. Hey, do you think Tainaka is... I mean, he did attend school, right? So I guess he's not totally lying. Initially, I thought he might be embellishing his background as your second cousin. I wondered if I would have come clean about the white lie, but Nori's responses were not what I anticipated. I honestly couldn't tell whether his comments about his rural hometown and other aspects of his life were true or not.
So, do you envision pursuing a career in the culinary field?
I don't know. I'm still thinking it over.
Really? With your skills, I'm convinced you could get a job anywhere. Then again, sometimes there's a disparity between what one wants to do and what one excels at. I feel like Minata was speaking. He's like, I wish I didn't have to be a shady bastard stealing corporate secrets, but here I am. Still, you're still cooking for yourself, right? That means he's got to be somewhat passionate about it.
Well...
Let's ease up, Saotome. We don't want to make Tainaka uncomfortable. You're still young, and there's value in trying different things out while you still can.
Kobase says that like he's 50. He's only a few years older than the rest of us. What is he, 28 or some shit? It's like, he's only a few years older! You're still young, don't worry about it. Sweetie, you ain't that old! I don't even think you've crossed 30. Simmer down. Simmer down with that old man spiel. It's so funny when people say that to me, too. You're still young! I mean... I know you got 20 years on me, but I don't know about that. I guess it's nice for someone to say that, but it always feels weird.
And now that we've had a few drinks together, we're as good as friends. Feel free to reach out if you ever need anything.
Look at Boss Babe trying to bring home my pupperdoodles. I told you, when Kobase took pupperdoodles home, God knows what happened. So, I'm glad you two are gonna get along.
I'm just saying.
Thank you. Ryoji, that's very kind of you.
Careful, Tainaka. Koba can be pretty demanding when it comes to work. And other things. Absolutely. He's relentless. Oh, I love it when he rides me hard. What? You come for this shit. Does that mean I need to tighten the reins on you too?
No thanks! Watching their playful banter, Nori quietly laughed to himself. My anxiety eased, realizing they weren't pressuring him too much about his future.
By the way, Tainaka, what's Amasawa like at home?
To be honest, I kind of just showed up unannounced. But she's been very accommodating, and she's very cute and kind, and I love her.
My heart stopped hearing that word, love. Did he really mean it? If so, in what way? I tried to sneakily glance over at Nori, but he was acting as normally as ever.
Oh yeah, we played video games the other day. We also went shopping and explored the neighborhood. Sure, we have our disagreements, but Spacey is super great to be around. I find it so fun I don't want to go home anytime soon.
Oh, sweetie. You are home. I love it. I'll be your home.
He seems quite fond of you, doesn't he? For sure. Are you guys really cousins? Kinda sus.
Labradoodle is sniffing shit out.
You don't resemble each other much in looks or mannerisms.
Everyone's sus.
Being second cousins means their parents are cousins. That's distant, so maybe that's why.
I'm glad that Minato pointed that out, because always when a second cousin, what's your first cousin 6 times removed? It gets very fucking confusing. So your parents' cousins, kids are your second. Yeah, that makes sense. But it's always one of those. Then what is my cousin's son? To me. Because, like, okay. So, like, my sister, I don't have kids, but if I had kids, my cousin's child and my child would be second cousins. What the fuck is my cousin's kid to me then? Is that also a second cousin? But that's fucking weird. Like, what is that? There's too much in the family. Like, what, they're your third cousins is my cousin's cousin, my third cousin then? It's really confusing. Anyway.
Even so, they seem more like boyfriend and girlfriend than relatives.
Well, that's not really for me to say.
He nearly let the cat out of the bag without hesitation. I nervously laughed as I began to refute the idea, but Saotome just smiled.
Well, it's whatever. Anyways, let's just make this another memorable summer night. Bottoms up, everybody. What are you? Some boss forcing his subordinates to drink? Well, it's on you, Director Kobase. All the booze is free, so drink up, Tainaka. Minato, watch it.
I should drink more then. Mr. Manager, can you take my order?
Of course. What would you like? The manager knew about our true relationship, and we'd never asked him to play along. I got a slight scare as I looked toward the bar counter, but he just worked on Nori's cocktail without another word.
He's been listening the whole time, and he's like,
check. Cousins. Nori also kept quiet once he got his drink, sipping silently as the conversations continued on.
Hey, this is good. I think I like this one.
You sure can handle your alcohol. Hey, don't make him drink so much.
Oh, we're gonna go home and have drunk sex, aren't we? I'd never been drinking with Nori before, so I wasn't really sure about his tolerance. I started to worry now that Saotome pointed out how quickly he was drinking, but...
I'm alright. I'm actually pretty resistant, but... I'm not drunk, but I do feel a bit sleepy.
Sometimes that happens.
That's called being drunk.
After Minato said that, Director Kobase checked his watch.
Oh, it actually is getting pretty late. I don't want to keep you out here all night, so let's call it here. Right. Oh, it's over already.
This was a lot of fun. After paying the bill, we left Evergreen, and now it's time for us to leave this part. So, like, because I'm tired. That's being drunk. I mean, sometimes you don't feel it and you just feel tired. You know, that's me anytime I drink anything. Like, unless I'm out hanging out with people or whatever, if I'm home just drinking, like 1 or 2 drinks, I'm like, it just makes me more tired. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.